This weekend's project is going to be an upgrade on my 2002 Volkswagen Jetta's headlights. Now, I drive several hundred miles on a rural two-lane road each week after dark with this car, and the headlights are just terrible in it. It's a well-known fact the North American market factory headlights are just not good in these cars. They don't do a good job of lighting up the night, and mine's no exception. I researched several options, including just like Hella E-Code headlights and a few others. But what I ended up settling on are these right here. These use actually two separate bulbs for high and low beams. They're both H7 bulbs, and they have the built-in fog light right here. And the low beam side is actually a projector. And I'm going to be installing some HID bulbs in the projector side for the low beams, and everything else is going to stay standard halogen. I've also purchased these fog lights for the bumper vents, and these are just inexpensive spider ones. I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone because the front of my car is already missing a vent on this side right here. Now, from the factory, the Volkswagen doesn't have the ability to control the headlights, the fog lights that are built into the headlights. So these two wiring harnesses right here I purchased off of eBay. And I was going to make my own, but by the time you add up the cost of the relays and the special connectors that go on the Volkswagen connectors and the fuse holders and wire and stuff, these were really a bargain. So I went ahead and went with those. And then this harness right here, this came with the bumper vent fog lights, so we're going to be using that to power those. The factory Volkswagen Jetta headlight switch only has two positions. I wouldn't be able to control my fog lights with that, so I went ahead and picked this switch up, and this one has three positions. So we have off, parking lights, and headlights, and then it's actually got two additional positions that you gain by pulling the switch out, and that's how we're going to control our fog lights, both in the headlights and in the bumper vents. I've gone ahead and installed the H7 HID kit in the projector side of my new headlights, and just went ahead and powered them up just to see what they look like. And these are a significant improvement over the factory North American headlight reflector housings. I've done quite a bit of work on this Jetta, everything from simple routine maintenance all the way up to manual transmission swap. And sometimes I really tip my hat to the German ingenuity in here, and other times I want to curse the engineer that came up with an idea. But in this case, this is one of the tip my hat moments. So this is my new headlight switch that I'm going to be putting in here. And as you can see, it's got these little pins right here that are actually what hold the headlight switch in place. So to get this thing out, it's super simple. There's no tools needed. Basically what you do with it in the off position right here is you push this in and then rotate it clockwise. As you can see, those pins just drop right into the housing. So that's all that's needed to get this switch out. It's a pretty simple affair. That's it right there. That's all that's required to get this switch out. A pretty amazing piece of engineering, really. Right, here's where we're at here. I've got the headlights and the fog lights installed. I've got the ballast sticky taped into a convenient location, and I've got the wiring harness pretty much all in place. And I went ahead and ran it alongside some existing wire loom from the factory wire harness. Obviously I still need to cut these zip ties off. But I went ahead and ran it right along the top of the core support here, and then down underneath the battery tray, and up through this wire gutter here, which is a factory location for a lot of the wiring harness. So it ought to be in a good location that's free from abrasion and heat and things like that. Got the two relays right there for the two sets of fog lights. And these two wires here are actually going to go inside the cab of the car. These are actually going to go to the headlight switch, and this is what's going to trigger the relays for my headlights. And obviously these are my power supplies right here. These are going to hook directly to the battery through a fuse, and they're going to be what supplies power to the fog lights in both the headlights and the bumper vents.